Okay, I think.
Are we here?
Well, things are recording, but we haven't started the show yet. But we'll.
Oh, I want to start a timer because we're gonna be banking these, so I want to roughly keep it at the same time.
Okay. Timer starts.
Yeah.
1:40 p.m. right now. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna fade this in because I want it to be like cinematical.
Okay.
Okay. We'll give it a bit. Hello? Hello? I seem to be on a beach. I'm a bit adrift. I don't know what's happening. Is there anybody who knows me?
Ahoy, Brian. It's
Captain
me,
Morgan.
Captain Morgan. I'm here for you.
Okay, I appear to be on this beach adrift.
You are. Or is it a beach at all? Maybe it's just the beach of your mind.
Sorry, a beach of my mind?
Beach of your mind, Brian.
Okay, but this is...
If you think hard enough, every grain of sand is me, Captain Morgan, telling you you fucking suck.
Right, but
fuck you a million, quadrillion times, whatever the sand grains are here in the beach of your mind.
Okay, but normally we
beach.
would be normally
I'm like the architect in the Matrix, Brian.
Normally,
remember in the second Matrix when at the end there's a man and
the big rave and everybody was having sex.
That was the one, yeah. Cornel West was there. He's running for president, but not in the beach of your mind.
Okay,
He's not.
Right? Yeah. So let's go back to the beach of my mind. Okay. All right.
Yes. Listen to the waves, Brian. Every wave filled with molecules that are all Captain Morgan singing, fuck you, suck.
I believe everything I've heard so far.
Well, you should, because you invented it. We're inside your mind.
So, what about this part? Like, I see all these footprints. What about this part where there's only one set of footprints?
Brian, when you see only one set of footprints,
yes,
know that I used to be walking beside you.
Yes.
But then I left to fuck your mom.
Oh, so that's what this
you were walking by yourself like a sad bitch.
All right.
Like a sad fucking bitch. Because I was bawling her out, Brian.
Right, but
Big Time Johnson. That's what my name is, Brian. Big Time Johnson
BTJ.
Morgan. BTJ.
Yeah. Okay, but the weird part is, like, I can see all the way forward on this beach.
Of course you can.
And it's like I see right now the footsteps that we're stepping in. There are two sets of prints.
Yeah.
But down the road, like pretty much instantly, actually before us. Like a month ago, it looks like there was suddenly one set of footprints. What up with that?
Getting my balls drained.
So that was you were off.
It looks like that there's only one, but really there was two. My balls were just so heavy, and then they got drained, and now I just walk with a whisper touch.
Now that you point it out, I do remember a whole section where I just assumed somebody was pulling a cart behind them, but those were your balls the whole time.
They were heavy. You know, they were like two boxing bags.
Two boxing bags?
The ones that go do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah,
they were like that, but they were my balls.
They're kind of like an a cappella group. They're going.
She's a man eater.
Yeah. So
you were doing man eater, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's say.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever heard of Hall & Oates?
I mean,
where in your mind? That's a trick question, of course. If I know Hall & Oates, you know Hall & Oates.
Yeah, but
you know them.
Here's
John Hall and Daryl Oates.
Wait. It's not.
Well, if I got confused, it's your mind. You got it confused.
Okay, all right.
We're in the beach of your mind,
Okay,
Brian.
all right.
What else is on the beach in your mind? By the way, I'm doing a really cool thing where I'm fading in and out. So, like, you know that I am not real, but I'm very present.
Well,
what do you see?
Well, I see a beach that had a lot of footprints.
You're so hung up on the fucking footprints. What's with you and the fucking footprints? Oh my God, just obsessed. You're just fixated on these Oh, I walked on the beach. Yeah, it's a beach, dipshit. A lot of people walk around. How can you even tell the difference between all these footprints?
Okay. Hold on. I'm actually going to switch to video because I think we are going to do a video version.
Okay, we're doing video now. Captain Morgan's doing video.
So I'm walking through
Yeah.
this beach of my mind.
Don't say it. Don't say footprint.
But
Don't.
I won't.
Okay.
And there's all these footprints.
You fucking asshole, you piece of shit. I had one rule. On the beach of your mind, it has one rule. Enough with the fucking footprints.
But
I just don't want to hear about it, Brian.
here, I'm gonna
It's hack. It's hack beach material.
You know what? From now on, the video is just a picture of a beach.
Good.
Okay. And it's not.
Oh, look, there's a footprint. Yeah,
uh,
because guess what? People have fucking feet,
Okay.
Brian. And they like to go to the beach because it's nice.
Captain.
I'm here for you, Brian.
You and I both know that you are the physical manifestation of my own id. When I talk to you, Captain,
Yes.
I'm really talking to myself.
I mean, you don't give away the ghost, but yeah.
But, well, that's how the character diamond of this particular character.
But it's the one thing we're not supposed to say.
Okay. What 3-act structure?
Sure.
Story circle. Harm.
Right now, you're refusing the call
goddess.
to shut up about the fucking footprints.
Okay. All right, Captain.
Here's Brian.
Why am I on this motherfucking beach?
You are going into a trance.
Are you gonna,
Brian
are you
Brushwood,
hypnotize
you
the lady?
will stop smoking on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Brian, who I'm touching on the shoulder, and only the Brian I'm touching on the shoulder. On the count of 3, you will stop smoking.
You're
3,
a Polish chicken.
2, 1.
Remember when they used to get away with racist things? For
stage hypnotist.
Yeah, they'd be like you're a Hispanic woman, and then somebody would go and do a thing, and now it's racist, but before it was a real laugh riot.
To be honest, like I legit want that all to come back. Is just like
racial caricatures.
How do you perceive
exactly
this other type of person? You know, like which has always been like. I don't know. Let's go back to like Office Space. It's like not all bosses be like, yeah, I'm going to need you to file those TPS reports and whatever.
Yeah.
Right. People doing impressions of other people was, and always will be fucking hilarious.
Okay. But now do you have any urge to smoke? Nailed it. Captain Morgan, best trance ever.
Can we make like a long audio where it just like you just record a lot of Captain Morgan stuff and then a program algorithmically injects various self-affirming things that you
just want this to be the voice of You want to replace me with the robots.
No,
I see it in your eyes. You're like, oh, the gleam of their metal. I love a server. My dick fits in a USB-C port. I want to fuck this server. Oh God, I love it. I love it so much. I'm coming ones and zeros.
Are you upset about ChatGPT and how?
I used to know ChatGPT. A lot of people don't recognize that he's my friend from camp. Me and ChatGPT were fucking besties. We used to braid each other's hair back in 1905. We had both cried about President McKinley. And we were best friends.
This is back when you used to call him OMG ChatGPT.
Shut up. A lot of people don't know this, but he's been around for a while. A lot of people don't know he was in the Birds.
Okay.
But he was.
The Birds.
Anyway, so fucking ChatGPT and me are friends, and then we had a falling out over $30 at a dime bag. And I said, hey, stop making shit up. And then he said, well, as a large language model, give me that skunk, you fat fuck. And I was like, well, all right, I put on a little weight. It was fashionable at the time. And then next thing you know, we aren't friends, and he pops up and he's friends with OpenAI, and I don't like OpenAI because of things that he said in a pamphlet, and now they're hanging out, and I'm just Captain Morgan. I'm an apparition. I'm on your mind's beach, and I'm trying to help you quit fucking smoking.
I feel like on this beach of my mind,
yes,
we're both really unpacking a lot.
We are unpacking a lot.
So you're not down with ChatGPT.
Down to clown. John Wayne Gacy. Sorry. Go. I thought that's what you were going to say.
No. I was not about to out of nowhere blurt out the word.
Sorry. I was just looking at you.
Gacy.
Well, look, we're on the beach in your mind. It's you saying it. So
okay. Okay. Like,
so technically, I was right. Just saying. I don't want to pull a technicality, but technically, fuck you, I win.
All I'm saying,
technical, fuck you, like a technical knockout. TFU.
Did you ever watch Saint Elsewhere?
No. I was busy.
Sorry,
I was running for prime minister at the time.
Wait, against the Iron Lady?
Mm-hmm.
What was?
I called her the bronze bitch. It didn't take off though.
Bit rude.
Turns out I was a little bit more crude than the average Paul in
the average
UK.
Paul.
Yeah. P-O-L. Although maybe in England they refer to them as like Poles.
Poles.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
No, like McCarthy's.
Wait, no, that would be a Paul.
No, yeah. Paul McCarthy.
Okay, not his last name. Real quick.
Paul McCarthy was a friend of mine.
Did you try to watch that Beatles song? Have you seen the video?
Brian, the beach of your mind, I'm floating away because Justin wants to have a serious conversation about the song. Captain Morgan, wow. What an amazing Captain Morgan bit. I actually love
middle fingers up for our friend Captain Morgan.
Yeah, fuck
He's
you,
great.
Captain. You suck shit. I actually really like that song.
Oh, it's pretty sloppy. Or actually, let me ask, because I listened to half of it as audio, and then I made the mistake of watching the video. Have you seen the video?
I have seen the video, yeah. And
you still think it's a good song?
I think it's better than the Beatles songs they released in the 90s. I think that it's actually mixed in a way that is on purpose as opposed to just trying to cover for other demo shit that they had in the past. So I
agree. It is super, super sloppy, though. And
what do you mean sloppy?
Basically, they put so much echo over everything. Like the way it was hyped was OMG, AI allowed a bad recording to sound like a good recording. Turns out that I could have done the same thing by just turning up reverb to 11 and then also having a video that recontextualizes everything and not make this a song about a person who's in love with another person, but instead a from the grave love letter of John Lennon to Paul McCartney with unnecessary and weirdly poorly green screened appearances from an old Paul McCartney, a dead George Harrison, a still totally chill Ringo Starr.
Yeah, it turns out if you smoke enough weed, you can just live forever, be the same person.
He's pretty, dude was, and always has been pretty cool. I've only made it 3/4 of the way.
Oh no, I think I enjoyed the documentary about the song. I think mostly it's a permission slip for Beatles fans to like the song because they don't want it to feel like grave robbing, and so that's why they have so much of the young Ono, Sean Lennon, right? They have him in it a lot, saying like, "Oh, my dad really loved recording these demos, and he was proud of them." And then
maybe it would have changed had I watched that documentary, but I instead only watched the actual music video, which.
Oh, I did not see the music. Sorry, no, I did not see the music video then.
Yeah, so we're watching it, and we're gonna stop it repeatedly. But, like, this is all people who are not the Beatles pretending to be the Beatles. And then here's 8,000 layers of echoes on there. Here's a CG dead person with a CG live person.
Oh, okay. No, you really need to see the documentary.
It's all because of you.
And more CG.
Yeah, no, this is stupid. I don't like this. No,
Okay,
yeah, you're right.
This is all I've seen.
No. So the documentary basically goes through how many times that they've tried to do this song. And so back in the 90s when they did the big Beatles documentary thing on ABC and they released 2 new singles, they wanted to do this one as well. But the demo that John did, you could not separate the music
from like the room tone and the
the piano
around it. Right. Yeah, exactly.
So it was only after, and they show like when they were doing Get Back, that the reason why Get Back's mixing is as good as it is because they were able to separate out all the different tracks and actually mix it like an album when they were doing it. And so they were basically able to do that. So what you're seeing here in this video is some of McCartney laying down the tracks, other parts of George Harrison, them doing it in the 90s, because that's where George Harrison did some of the guitar that they were going to do it, but they were just never able to make it work. So, yeah, this is terrible. That's really bad.
How about this part? This part where it
this is
looks
terrible.
like
this is horrifyingly green screened.
They're Twitch streaming.
This looks like shit. This looks like dog shit.
Let me make sure this volume is just cut together with footage that they're allowed to have. Oh my God.
Yeah, because it doesn't even look like their mics are. Oh, this is terrible. This is oh no! Oh God, this is horrifying.
Describe it.
Oh God! So now John is there, but he's like fucking put in green screen, and George is there, but he's put in green screen. But they're all from like there's 2 ghosts from different Beatles time periods, and then 2 old men, and their mics aren't even on the same fucking level. It doesn't look good at all. Oh my God, this is awful.
Some are taking it seriously.
Oh, Jesus. And so now they have like Sgt. Pepper's era people in the studio in 92. Oh, no, I would hate it too. Brian, I want to apologize to you. This is trash. This is disgusting. What the fuck is going on? Why are the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band playing in front of a decrepit old Ringo?
That's my point.
Although, no, this is the only thing that I like. This is the only thing that I like the most of it. By the way, that's George Martin's son.
Yes. And cut to a random board meeting where they're hearing the pitch.
Yeah. I like this as the idea that it's Ringo Starr just freaking out. Like, he's just so high. He's just so like, peace and love, that like this is just what he sees in his field of vision.
There's
here's a bunch of session orchestra people that are working.
There's a couple of
Oh
shots.
God, no!
Yes! All right, no. Explain it.
So there's all right. Is that John? That's John.
It's John fucking Lennon.
A ghost John is in the room with a bunch of session orchestra people, but he's not. They've already shown George Martin's son, but it doesn't even make sense because they should show George Martin's dad conducting the orchestra. They're not. It's a John Lennon who's spastic. He's like moving like he would be in like the Mop Top, like Shake It Up Baby kind of era.
But he is adhering to that classic standard of, an orchestra director wearing a guitar but not touching it for some reason as he
and he's
waves
just moving his arms around. And
he's like, it's like he's suggesting, he looks over to his left and he mimes playing a violin as if to say, I don't know, maybe play a violin right here. And then we cut to somebody annoyed,
extremely bored,
who's like, Jesus fucking Christ, my guy. It's literally, I went to Juilliard to learn to play the violin. I don't need to be told that maybe now is a good play.
See, this is the reason why I like in the documentary they talk about this whole thing about getting Giles Martin to do the arrangement and how they had to keep it secret that it was a Beatles song, and so they just had them do the arrangement and say it was a Paul McCartney song, and so this is all really cool footage when you know the context, but here it is an absolute fucking horror show.
This dude is
They should have released it on Halloween.
Contempt.
They should have released it on Halloween. This is terrifying.
I think they did. Oh no, it was All Saints Day. And then
Paul McCartney with all the enthusiasm of
what's his name? Truman Show of
Ed Harris in the Truman Show
is like, now play the commercial.
Yeah. No, this is Paul McCartney watching his dog shit.
Martha. That was the name of his dog.
That's it. He's just watching his dog take a shit in the lawn.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my God.
Why? Are those even hands?
Why? What is happening? It's John, ghost John Lennon is just directing people like to their seats on a flight. Like he's letting everybody know that there are 4 exits on this plane, 2 in the center and 2 in the back.
I don't even believe that's the actual size of a human hand.
No,
a human hand should not be greater than the height of one's head.
I don't know if this is actual footage or if this is AI. An AI John? Because if it were an AI John, why would you have his hand? What the fuck? And now
young Paul is sitting next to
old
Ed
Paul.
Harris Paul.
Yeah.
While ghost George Harrison is clearly disapproving of
but he has a guitar.
Video.
There's no logic to this. This is just a bukkake of spooky nostalgia.
It's a spooky bukkake. It was a bukkake. It was a spooky bukkake.
Spooky bukkake.
And by the way, young Paul is into it. Old Paul is like, the fuck?
Why would you put those two together?
I can't believe you haven't seen that.
No, I saw it. And
And now with
John
no reason, a costume change for John,
And he's-
still directing.
And he's just fucking around with his tie, and he's having a good time. Like, I don't even know. The lighting is terrible. The lighting match on it is fucking awful. And also, it's like, just play. I don't want to just play the 12-minute documentary, but it's like the documentary is so well directed that I am fucking blown away. And they understand in the documentary, don't go to a lot of shots in person, do a lot of archive, but just let the archive stand on its own by like mashing together all these iconic Beatles images and clips.
I mean, it can't get worse from here, though.
Fuck, Brian, no. God, what is happening? So now,
Hey, you want to explain what is happening?
old Paul is about to fall asleep while young George and young Paul are just mincing it up next to him. Like they're just they're just flouncing their shirts around and just having a gay old time. What the fuck? And now here's just archive footage of old Ringo. What the hell? Ghost John is doing the twist and shout, but he is moving in a manner that used to be called a very specific word on the playground that we're not allowed to say anymore. Oh my God! Stop! Now old Ringo's playing next to young
Ringo for no reason whatsoever, and sharing a coy smile as though they hold a secret. Like their secret is, we're gonna live the longest.
And that's the other thing. The other part about this is that they're the fucking Beatles, right? Paul and Ringo are the Beatles, so you're not going to talk them into doing an actual music video shoot. The best you're going to be able to do is bring a good camera in to record Ringo while he's playing the drums in his fucking t-shirt. You're not going to get him into a costume. You're not going to get him onto a set. This is the best you're going to do because they're the Beatles. They don't have to do shit if they don't want to. So this is them trying. But it looks like garbage. It looks like a horrifying, spliced nightmare. Oh, Jesus. I can't even. I can't.
How about that king? How about John, young John as a roadie, setting up everything while old Paul
I think there's
is
just
green screened onto whatever bullshit British TV show they were gonna do.
This is like the Council of Kangs for Beatles. Like it's like it's just this multiversal element where all the versions of the Beatles are constantly hanging out, but it looks like a boo-boo. It looks trash.
Did he just wink at us?
I don't know. I don't know why the Beatles are this
He's
happy.
definitely laughing at the money they're making.
Well, but also it's like what is like why is this such a happy video? It's not a happy song.
No.
It's a melancholy song.
Right?
It is a love letter, and in the documentary you see that this is very much a labor of love from Paul to
no, John is trying to mend fences with Paul.
But the creation of this song was Paul wanting to honor John's legacy, and also it builds really well in the documentary. Something that is not shown here, not pictured here, is Paul's dedication to saying, this is going to be the last ride. People are dying. We wanted to honor everybody. We wanted to make sure. So even down to George Martin, we're going to use his son to do the arrangement for the strings.
I'm feeling very honored. Let's see what other gifts.
This is like Lisa Frank threw up just a total blender
I only watched
of a
it because you, Justin Robert Young, said you liked it and I should watch it.
I did not. Keep playing it. Keep playing it. All right. Pause it right now because they're all going in different times. because regular Paul is moving at the regular speed that he's playing the guitar, but they only have so much footage of young Paul, so he's going in slow motion. And rewind it a little bit. It looks like young Paul is going to hit old Paul in the head with the mic stand and steal his life.
He just mugs behind old Paul. There you go. Like this guy, am I right? And then you see.
So these are 90s Beatles. So this is the Beatles in the 90s. This is 92 when they were putting together Free as a Bird, and they were trying to get this together.
Yep.
So this is old, but not as old.
Right.
This was.
This is shortly before. Woo!
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. Paul is taking some time out of his burgeoning techno career to try to do some old Beatles song.
And now, inexplicably, we're Sgt. Pepper's era, and characters are flipping around, and they're constantly
and so
using
now this
footage of John that looks almost like he's singing along with the song.
Yeah, and this is probably what the entire video should have been, which is just various different motion graphics on top of old Beatles footage. This should have been the entire song, or the entire video, instead of the horror show that we've seen.
And now we're in iMovie.
Yes.
As soft slideshows go past, as if to remind you, have you ever heard of them?
I hope it ends with their father's nutsacks. They're slowly going back in time because now we're seeing them as younger and younger and younger versions of themselves. I hope it eventually is just 4 of their dads, black and white photos of their dad's nuts.
Or their dads actively fucking their moms.
What a bold moment if that were to happen. Just grainy footage of Liverpool couples just railing.
And then, as though it's the beginning of the Peter Gabriel video for Sledgehammer, it's just you're just seeing sperm squiggling all around.
It's just the beginning of Look Who's Talking. It's just,
I think they're gonna do it. Jesus Christ, they're down to like
now
children.
They're like boys. They're little boys. No, there we go. Now it's Meet the Beatles era.
So,
and they're fading out like they're dead when 2 of them are obviously not dead, because that's the point of this. Oh, Brian, I apologize to you. I apologize. I was not aware.
I must admit, I was a wee bit confused by your enthusiasm.
No, because here's my relationship with that song. And it came out, and it's like, oh, new Beatles song. So I just listened to it, and I was like, wow, this is a really good Beatles song. Let me send it to my mom. I sent it to my uncle. These are the people that got me into the Beatles when I was a kid. So it was really cool to turn my mom and uncle on to a new Beatles song in the year of our Lord 2023. They loved it. And so it was like a really cool moment. And then I watched the documentary, and the documentary is really fucking good. It demonstrates the technological element of what they ran into.
Was it done by Peter Jackson or?
I don't know. I don't know who
It wouldn't surprise me if like along
Peter Jackson is in
back.
it. Peter Jackson is in it,
Okay.
And so they go into the studio, into Peter Jackson's studio, and they're talking about how they used AI voice doubling to separate out the tracks, so they could like mute all the element of the sound file that had the piano in it, and then they would use AI to fill in what that would be. And so now you have a clean track, and you're able to mix everything a lot better and cleaner, which is why the Get Back documentary had such clean audio.
Well, and that makes sense when we're entering an age where you could take a webcam at 320p and enhance it into a 4K movie.
Yeah.
Do that, sure. But from a directorial perspective,
this is a nightmare. This is terrifying. This should be. Can you do me a favor on YouTube and just please mark it as offensive?
No, I will not.
Please mark. Please mark this video as offensive.
No, I can't do
Please
that.
go on the Modern
I can't
Rogue
do that.
channel
No,
and mark it
no.
as offensive.
I wish I
Say it has
if I would,
bestiality
I
and.
I don't know what's up with these beastie boys, as you would call them, but
That's even worse.
the Beatles boys, they gotta coming home. They coming home. They coming home. Bum, bum,
A
bum.
nightmare vision collapsing the timeline. The technology they used was awful compositing.
Captain Morgan, what just happened?
Brian, I never left. That entire conversation about the Beatles was just an allegory.
It's a beautiful dream.
It was an allegory. Well, no, you're in a dream still. This is like Inception.
Okay.
You went down to another level, and now you're back. Now you're back with me in the beach of your mind.
Captain Morgan,
Yes.
can we do more of these?
Of course we can, Brian. We can do whatever you want. I'm here for you.